Rodgers is going to be good this year.
Wow.
Why would I think? The last full season he played, he wasn't great. He had a Week 18 winning game. He blew that one. And then last year, he played 4 snaps and tore his Achilles. And oh, by the way, he's 40. But why am I going to assume that he's going to be good? Yeah, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. That don't mean he's a Hall of Famer now. Yesterday's accomplishments ain't going to help you with today's wins.
DC?
It's self-explanatory.
Well, no, I know. I wasn't.
You can just re-rack it for this year with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's what I was asking. You feel the same way now about his current team?
Why would I not?
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? When's the last time Aaron Rodgers has been good at football? When's the last time you saw him good on a football field? 2021.
The year before the 8-9. The year before the Lions game. Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
The second of his back-to-back MVP seasons. That's the last time. It's 2025, dog. We done had a whole damn pandemic. It's been a long time since Aaron Rodgers been good at football. And why would you think he's going to be better than he was last year or the year prior or the year prior, knowing that he's going into his age 41 season?
Now, I agree with you, but let me play devil's advocate just for a second. Unless, Smalls, you actually believe the opposite.
No.
Right.
I went down that road last year.
Okay.
You could hear me in that clip being like, well, because I had a very bad take about Aaron Rodgers last year that I don't think we need to revisit in this whole looking back a year from now thing. But I am not going to fall into the same trap. I do not think Aaron Rodgers is going to be great for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. So here's the devil's advocate angle, let's say. Okay? Devil's advocate, the opposite would be he's been, don't laugh, humbled by this.
Oh, come on.
He has submitted himself in some ways to an organization and a coach bigger than him. And he has allowed for himself to now join a team where he does not have the biggest voice, does not have the most say, has not programmed a team to just be perfect for him with all of the people that he's familiar with. Instead, he has joined an organization that has won title after title after title, with a coach that is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, with a coach that has never had a losing season, and with a team around him that is used to winning and has a culture that he doesn't need to help set. That is the devil's advocate approach to whether or not Aaron Rodgers can turn back the clock this season. Are any of those points that I just brought up, which I deem to be facts, I think, in many ways, that doesn't mean they're going to come to fruition with success, but currently they are facts. Do any of those facts tickle your fancy, so to speak, in that you would actually believe, you know what, you're right, this is going to work out that way? Anything I just brought up trigger any positive thought for you? I'm looking at CC as I'm setting this up, and he's laughing at me. Go ahead.
There's nothing to say, Ev. I'm not buying what you're selling right now. He's not going to be good at football. He's going to be 42 at season's end.
Okay.
Show me the plethora of quarterbacks that had renaissance seasons at year 42.
It's just Brady, and nobody can be compared to Brady ever.
Nobody can be compared to Brady. They tried with Aaron Rodgers. It ain't even close.
That's not even fair. It's you know what? I'll defend Rodgers in this case. It's not fair to compare him to Brady.
Okay, but that's the only outlier that you have
That's
for
correct.
guys being able to have MVP caliber seasons in their 40s.
That's right.
So why would you think he's going to be better at football if it's been trending in this direction for the better part of the last half decade?
Well, also, if we can't compare Aaron Rodgers to Tom Brady, then we better never make the mistake and compare anybody else to Tom Brady when they get to a certain part in their career. Because Aaron Rodgers at one point was one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen. And if he can't have that longevity and that sustained production, then we better never fall into this trap again and think that anybody else is going to be able to replicate what Tom Brady did. I'm just going to put that out there.
I mean, do we think that, have we ever said that somebody could replicate Tom Brady?
But we're going to do it with Mahomes. We're going to probably do it with somebody else as they get further into their career. We'll do that because we'll be like, well, Brady did it. And I think what we're learning here is Tom Brady is so singular in what he was able to accomplish, and especially the longevity aspect of his career, the way he was dedicated to taking care of his body, the way he was dedicated to his craft and working all the time, being a good teammate, all of those things. He is one of one. He truly is one of one.
Okay, to that point, just to veer off for a second, I don't think we're going to do that with Mahomes. Because I think the whole thing with Brady was the TB12 diet and the Alex Guerrero stuff. Like,
Yeah.
So maybe Mahomes will alter his off-season ways, although whatever he's doing is certainly working, obviously. But as Small says, goat in waiting. I don't think we're going to do that with Mahomes. I could be wrong. I don't think we are dumb enough to do that with anyone. I think that's one of those things that you would sit there and say, we're okay being surprised by that. We're okay if a quarterback, take Rodgers out, at 42, 43 is as good as Brady was. Like, I think predicting that is wild. So the question then becomes, if you don't think Rodgers can turn back the clock this season, how good or bad do you think the Steelers are going to be? Because last year we were saying, the Jets are going to be a disaster because of Rodgers, and they were a disaster. So how good or bad do you think they're going to be?
I don't think the Steelers are a playoff team. I don't. I think the Steelers would be fortunate not to finish in last place in their division.
Wow.
That's
Last
what
place?
that's what I think about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wait
I don't
a second.
think that's
Let's
a good
go
team.
through that for a second.
Go for it.
We know you think your former team, the Ravens, are better, obviously. You've been very, I think, fairly critical of the Bengals. You think the Bengals are going to be better than the Steelers this year?
Yes.
The Cleveland Browns have a mystery at quarterback right now.
Sure.
That's the one.
They could have an answer, but they currently have a mystery. Do you believe the Cleveland Browns will have a better record than the Pittsburgh Steelers this year?
I think it's a toss-up.
Wow.
And that's because of the wild cards that the Cleveland Browns have in their quarterback room. But the Cleveland Browns have a higher ceiling when it comes to quarterback play this year. Now, they have a much lower floor than the Pittsburgh Steelers with Aaron Rodgers at their quarterback. But I believe the Cleveland Browns have a higher ceiling based on their quarterback room.
Wow.
That's how I feel about Aaron Rodgers.
Wait, let me just be clear on this.
Go for it.
If we projected out the best possible season for every quarterback that's in both camps, the Steelers and the Browns, you think there is a quarterback on the Cleveland roster that could have a best possible season that is better than Rodgers' best possible season?
At this stage in Rodgers' career, yes.
Does that quarterback have a name?
I don't think I need to put a name on it, but I do think that the quarterback room in Cleveland has more potential than the quarterback room in Pittsburgh.
Well, then let's do it this way. Would it surprise you if Shedeur Sanders had a better season than Aaron Rodgers this year?
No.
But what about the Mike Tomlin effect?
What about it?
Like, he doesn't have a losing record ever.
Yeah, that's great.
Are you going to account for that?
I also saw Mike Tomlin lose 5 straight games to end the season. I understand what we're saying about Mike Tomlin, and I got a bank full of respect for him. But based on where this roster is right now, I don't trust the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't think they're good. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this might be the softest we've seen the AFC North this decade.
Wow.
I'm not bullish on this division at all.
You take the West over it, I assume?
Oh, no question. It's
All
not
right,
even close.
we got to get into this. Kimberly A. Martin is going to join us coming up. She is the queen of the AFC North. For some reason, she only covers the AFC.
only covers
She's
it.
always
Yeah.
freezing
When
on
it's
Sunday.
when it's inclement weather.
It's
She's always out there.
Hey, it's snowing. Get Kmart out there. She'll join us next. We're on Sportsmanlike, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Sportsmanlike.
Chris Canty winning a Super Bowl means that we as a show are a Super Bowl winning show.
Yes, absolutely.
You're giving me credit as
Yeah, we are a Super Bowl winning show.
Yeah, high tides lift all boats.
That's right.
He has
No
the
doubt.
hardware. Therefore, we are a Super Bowl winning show. So you
Yeah.
better show that win some love.
More on Sportsmanlike coming up next.
Các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Video ngày hôm nay mình lại đi tô màu và mình sẽ tô những bức tranh, những sản phẩm thật là đẹp để gửi tặng đến các bạn. Và mình mong rằng các bạn hãy ấn like và đăng ký kênh để ủng hộ mình nhé. Và bây giờ mình cần chuẩn bị những dụng cụ, đó là những sản phẩm in sẵn. Đây là mousse sam màu. Và bây giờ mời các bạn cùng theo dõi quá trình mình tô màu. Cảm ơn các bạn đã xem video này của mình.
Chào bạn, ngày nay mình sẽ cắt dán. Bây giờ mình sẽ cắt dán cho các bạn xem.